So we will get that schedule revised and sent right out to you, sir.
That sounds good. Listen, I should be back in the office on Tuesday. I'd like to see an updated P&L.
Very good, sir. Yeah. We're all over it. Not a problem. Take care.
That was close. Yeah, it was close.
I can still hear you.
I think we're good. Yeah, that should do it. I think we're good.
FedEx.
Fredrick Smith was born in Mississippi, USA in 1944. His father, James Smith, was also an entrepreneur who owned a Toddle House chain of restaurants. However, he unfortunately died when Fred was only 4 years old. Fred Smith went on to found the Federal Express in 1971 using the $4 million he received from his father's inheritance, and it began operations in 1973. The company was based on an idea he wrote about in a term paper in 1965 while he was an undergraduate student at Yale. In his paper, he explained how companies could deliver items faster if they changed their shipping strategies. However, Smith's professor didn't think the idea was possible, so Smith's paper was only given a C. Fred wasn't deterred by that. After he graduated from Yale and served in the Marine Corps for 2 tours of duty in Vietnam, he bought controlling interest in Arkansas Aviation Sales in 1971. This would go on to be the basis of FedEx. With his new company, Fred realized how difficult it was to ship items within a few days, so he decided it was time to try to put his Yale term paper to use. Fred raised $80 million in loans and equity investments by the end of 1972. April of 1973, FedEx began operations and quickly grew. However, rising fuel costs eventually caught up with the young company, putting FedEx in millions of dollars of debt. Investors declined to give FedEx more money, and FedEx was on the verge of bankruptcy. These were very difficult and stressful times for FedEx and Fred Smith. When the company had only $5,000 left, Fred went on and pitched General Dynamics for more funding, but the board refused. On his way back home, he took the $5,000 and took a detour to Las Vegas and used that $5,000 and turned it into $27,000 by playing blackjack, which he wired straight to FedEx. The $27,000 wasn't decisive, but it was an omen that things would get better, he said. I was very committed to the people that had signed on with me, and if we were going to go down, we were going to go down with a fight. It wasn't going to be because I checked out and didn't finish, he said. After his blackjack win, Smith was able to raise another $11 million, and by 1976, FedEx's revenue had reached $75 million. The company then went public 2 years later. FedEx reported $1 billion in revenue in 1983. Though it was hit hard by the 2008 recession, the company has since bounced back. The company made $69.7 billion in revenue last year, according to various sources. Fred, who is still the CEO and chairman of FedEx, is estimated to be worth around $5.3 billion. Though gambling FedEx's last $5,000 was a risky choice, Fred doesn't appear to regret his decision. He said of his decision, "No business school graduate would recommend gambling as a financial strategy, but sometimes it pays to be a little crazy early in your career."